Hello, good morning, and welcome to This Date in History, also known as TDH. This show is all about the events that occurred to date in years past, both recognized by actual historians, however, mainly things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History, What Happened Today in History, Historical Calendar, and on the website onthisday.com. For links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Eozander, and today is Woden's Day, also known as Odin's Day, also known as Wednesday, September 8th, 2022. Starting us off in the year 1024, Duke Conrad II was chosen as German king and crowned at Mainz Cathedral. Moving on up into 1504, Michelangelo's statue of David was unveiled in Florence. And yeah, I have a friend actually, a reacquired friend who actually went and visited this area. Like he spent 2 or 3 weeks in Italy, something like that. Moving on up into 1522, Spanish navigator Juan de Elcano returned to Spain, completing the first circumnavigation of the globe. This expedition began under Ferdinand Magellan. So yeah, that's right. He got killed by native Hawaiians or something. Yeah, killed in battle. Let's see here. Let's see, blah blah blah. I reported on this 2 days ago. Let's see here. Philippines. Well, it's not telling me. Okay, here we go. Well, he was killed en route. I think he was killed by Hawaiians. But anyway. Moving on up into 1628, Dutch privateer Piet Hein captured Spanish silver fleet in the Bay of Matanzas, Cuba. All right, so yeah, I remember. We were talking about pirates terrorizing the Spanish silver fleet. So this is one of the instances. Moving on up into 1796. The Battle of Bassano, Napoleon Bonaparte's French army defeated Austrian force during French Revolutionary Wars. Yeah, this is before the Napoleonic Wars, so this is right before, a couple years before, something like that. Jumping up from 1796 into 1858, I'd say 70 years, somewhere in there. 50, 60, 70, 80 years, something like that, yeah. Abraham Lincoln supposedly said in a speech, quote, "You may fool all the people some of the time, you can even fool some of the people all of the time, but you can't fool all of the people all of the time," end quotes. And yeah, they're really trying to do that. They're trying to fool all the people all the time, but that ain't working out too well, is it, 1894, employed by Thomas Edison, that piece of shit, William K.L. Dickinson films first boxing match at West Orange, New Jersey. This was an exhibition between world heavyweight champion James J. Corbett and Peter Courtney. So the first boxing match. You know what? I'm gonna just pop this into here. Fun fact: this date in history. There we go. I'll just put that in there right there. All right. And in 1916, U.S. President Woodrow Wilson signed the Emergency Revenue Act, doubling the rate of income tax and adding inheritance and munitions profits tax. Okay, well, so I guess a tax on profit making munitions or something like that. Okay. Huh. Inheritance. So, okay, so you're getting taxed on your inheritance. That's kind of bullshit right there. So, I don't know. What is munitions profits tax? So let me look that up real quick. Let's see here. Firearm ammunition profits tax. So, wow. Okay, well, I'm not going to find anything of, let's see here. 1916, actually. Let's see here. 1916. It's not telling me, what did the Tax Act of 1916 do? It raised the lowest income tax rate from 1% to 2% and raised the top rate from 15 to 15% on taxpayers with incomes of above $2 million, which is $49.8 million as of 2021. So, all right, I think this might be it, so I'm just going to post this link into the underbar here. So, let's see here. We have some guy being a poo-poo on history, but poo-poo on him. So, anyway, moving on up into 1933, the second Spanish government of Manuel Azania formed. All right. 1939, FDR declared, quote, limited national emergency, in quote, due to war in Europe. So, yep, it's wartime. 1939 as well, Indians' Bob Feller, at the age of 20, was the youngest pitcher to win 20 games. Nice. That's pretty good. 1941, during the siege of Leningrad, during World War II, it was by German, Finnish, and eventually Spanish troops began. The battle lasted for over 28 months. That's over 2 years. 12-24-36. Okay, if I'm doing it right. As Russia repelled the invasion, well over 1 million lives. Wow. Like, the most insane sieges. And, like, you know, here, 2 young girls help assemble the Soviet submachine guns during the siege of Leningrad. So all hands on deck. You know? This is real stuff here. Why is this, oh, well, I'm muted in Discord, so that's stupid. Hopefully that, I don't think that should do anything to the actual show, but hopefully not. Anyway, 1943, Lieutenant General Omar Bradley flew to Carthago/Algiers from Sicily. 1946, U.S. National Championship Men's Tennis at Forest Hills, New York. Jack Kramer defeated fellow U.S. Tom Brown Jr. 9-7, 6-3, 6-0 for his first of 2 straight U.S. singles crowns. Cool. 1951, Pope Pius XII published encyclical Sempiternus Rex. So what is that? Let's see here. Sempiternus Rex. Let's see, blah, blah, blah. The Feast of the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary on the 1500th anniversary of the Ecumenical Council of Chalcedon, which declared Christ to be both fully human and fully divine. Alright. Further information on, I believe this is the correct one. I'm going to post this in the underbar as well. So, let's see here. What else happened on this date? 1952, Ernest Hemingway's novel The Old Man and the Sea was published. Yeah, that's a good one. I have not read it, but I've heard it referenced a lot, and apparently it's a good one. So I'm not really much of a reader. I really should get it back into that. But in 1952 as well, the U.S. National Championship Women's Tennis, Forest Hills, New York, defending champion Maureen Colony defeated fellow U.S. citizen Doris Hart 6-3 and 7-5. 2 years later, in 1954, with a 3-2 count, Philly's Richie Ashburn fouled the next 14, then walked. Oh, maybe if he wasn't carrying so many baseball bats, you know, at one time. Like, you'd pick one, man. Come on. 1957, U.S. National Championship Men's Tennis, Forest Hills, New York. Man, I'm reading that so often these recent couple of days. In an all-Australian final, Mal Anderson won his only Grand Slam event, defeating Ashley Cooper 10-8, 7-5, 6-4. 365 days later, 1958, Pirate Roberto Clemente tied modern record of 3 triples in a game. Well, it looks like he has a double going on right there, you know? You got another guy, you know, holding multiple bats. Like, dude, like, I don't think that's how you play baseball, you know? I'm no sports guy, but even I know a couple, you know, little details, you know. 1960, nationwide release, U.S., of Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho, starring Anthony Perkins and Janet Leigh. Ooh. Well, I know a couple people will be interested about that. So, let's see here. I'm going to ping them here. Let's see here. History. I'm gonna ping this guy. I'm gonna ping Ghost, and then I'm gonna do this. All right. 1963, Milwaukee Braves future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Warren Spahn tied Christy Mathewson with 13-20 win seasons. All right. 1963 as well, U.S. National Championship Women's Tennis in the Forest Hills, New York. Once again, Maria Bueno of Brazil won her second of 4 U.S. singles crowns, defeating defending champion Margaret Smith of Australia 7-5, 6-4. Cool. Very bueno. Maria Bueno. Yeah. 2 years later, 1965, Kansas City A's Bert Campaneris played all 9 positions in the game. Whoa, what the hell? Okay, I gotta post that for you too, Mr. Gigawati Scotty. 1965 as well, small ads in Daily Variety and Hollywood Reporter attract 437 young men interested in forming the world's first manufactured boy band, the Monkees. 3 were chosen, with Davy Jones already having been cast. Well, that's kind of scary. That sounds like an algorithm thing going on right there. First manufactured boy band. You can't, like, just... apparently you can, though, but I don't know. Anyway, 1966, Star Trek premiered on NBC TV starring William Shatner and Leonard Nimoy. Oh, man. Star Trek. That's awesome. I gotta put that in there, too, in history. So, man. And, like a lot of people don't realize, the theremin was used, I believe, in Star Trek, and I know it was used in the Doctor Who theme. So, anyway, we're still stuck in 1966. The Severn Bridge between England and Wales, or the Severn Bridge between England and Wales, was officially opened by Queen Elizabeth II. Cool. The Severn Bridge. Let me look at what this looks like. The Severn Bridge. Let's see here. Severn Bridge imagery. Oh, okay. It's a bridge that looks like a bridge, with bridge-like qualities and aspects. Ah, okay. Moving on up into 1968, U.S. Open's men's tennis, Forest Hills, New York. Arthur Ashe won first Open-era U.S. title, defeating Dutchman Tom Oker 14-2, 5-7, 6-3, 3-6, 6-3. 14-12, the first one, my bad. That's a lot of games. And, like, once again, these aren't scores. This isn't one game and he scored 14 points and he scored 12. No, these are all different games. So he won 14 games out of 12. He lost 5 games out of 7. Like, I don't remember the actual score, but there's love, 15, 30, 45 in game. So whoever gets the game, they get that point. And whoever gets the most points out of a certain amount wins. But I don't know how you get from 14 to 12 to 5 to 7. Like, there has to be a limit. I don't know the rules. But anyway, going on up into 1969, just 365 days later than the previous article, U.S. Open Women's Tennis, Forest Hills, New York. Australian Margaret Court won her 3rd U.S. singles title and 16th Grand Slam singles event, defeating Nancy Ritchie 6-2, 6-2. Now that's consistency right there. And why is she holding up a platter? That's an interesting photo to take. 1973, Billy Martin was named manager of the Texas Rangers. Cool. 1973 as well, Hank Aaron set record of most home runs in one league, 709. 1973 as well, U.S. Open Women's Tennis, Forest Hills, New York. Here we go again. Margaret Court won her 24th and final Grand Slam singles title, defeating fellow Australian Yvonne Goolagong-Cowley 7-6, 5-7, 6-2. Yvonne Goolagong-Cowley. 1974, Evel Knievel attempted to jump the Snake River Canyon in Idaho, but failed, escaping with minor injuries. Dang. Yeah, I forgot about Evel Knievel. Crazy guy. Really weird to look at him without his helmet on, and his, like, red, white, and blue America, biker jacket, Yeah. So that's what he actually looked like, huh? Okay. 1974 as well. Here we go again. How many times am I going to say that? U.S. Open Men's Tennis, Forest Hills, New York. Jimmy Connors won his first of 5 U.S. singles titles. The outclassed veteran Australian Ken Rosewall 6-1, 6-0, 6-1 in last event played on grass. Wow. Yeah. And then, like these faces, every now and then, like the faces really, like, highlight the article and adds a little extra je ne sais quoi, to it. Like, I don't know. 1974, U.S. President Gerald Ford pardoned former President Richard Nixon of all federal crimes. Oh, that's playing the game right there. How convenient. Well, 4 years later, in 1978, Iranian army fired on Khomeini followers in Tehran, killing hundreds, or murdering hundreds. When will people learn to stop killing each other? Ridiculous. Just ridiculous. 1979, U.S. Open Women's Tennis. Tracy Austin became the youngest U.S. champion at the age of 16 years and 9 months, defeating Chris Evert 6-4, 6-3. Okay, well, if we're going to go, 16 years, 9 months, well, then how many weeks how many days, how many hours, how many minutes, how many microseconds. I want it down to the nanosecond at how old she was if we're going to do this. You know? Come on. You don't half-ass it. You know, give me the entire information. Anyway, 1 year later, also known as 365 days, 1980, Bowie Kuhn suspended Ferguson Jenkins indefinitely due to drug arrest. Well, that's warranted. Although, if he was acquitted of the charges, then they should be no longer suspended. But I don't know. This happened 7 years before I was on this earth, so... And I don't know anything about baseball, and I really don't care. So... Anyway, 1984 as well. No, 1984 by itself. U.S. Open Women's Tennis. Martina Navratilova retained her title, defeating Chris Evert Lloyd 4-6, 6-4, 6-4. Oh, well, that explains why Chris, did that. Kept losing. So, yeah. 1985, Pete Rose tied with Ty Cobb with 4,191 hits. Dang. Look at the difference. Man, really wish Scott was here to, look at this. It's a real shame. I don't know what he's doing, but hopefully he'll show up tomorrow. We'll see. 1985, U.S. Open Men's Tennis. Czech star Ivan Lendl won his first U.S. title, defeating New York City hometown favorite John McEnroe 7-6, 6-3, 6-4. 365 days later, 1986, the Oprah Winfrey Show was first broadcast nationally. Well, that's cool. Look at that hair. Oh, I'm Oprah. Oh. 1989, George Brett got his 2,500th hit. Yeah. It looks like he got too much sun and he's suffering from sun madness. He's like, he looks like that crazed uncle, that you only see once or twice a year, that your family warns about for, nothing bad. He's just weird, like, I don't know what I'm even saying. 1990, U.S. Open Women's Tennis. Gabriela Sabatini became the only Argentine woman to win a Grand Slam singles event, defeating Steffi Graf 6-2, 7-6. Cool. The only Argentine woman, man, I wonder how many, because, there's 300 some odd countries in the world, how many of those actually, are part of things, an Argentine woman on the record, or, a Portuguese guy, or, someone from, Zimbabwe, or so, I don't know, I know Kenya's in the Olympics with running, sprinting and stuff. 1991, U.S. Open Men's Tennis. Stefan Edberg of Sweden won his first U.S. title, defeating U.S. citizen Jim Courier 6-2, 6-4, 6-0. 1994, 11th MTV Video Music Awards. Aerosmith won with newlyweds Michael Jackson and Lisa Marie Presley opening the show. That's cool. Well, newlyweds, huh? Well, congratulations. 1996, August Wilson's drama Seven Guitars closed at Walker Kerr Theater, New York City after 188 performances. That's not bad, He seems to have the not bad face. He's like, yeah, not bad. I did pretty good, Yeah, you did, August Wilson, you did. 1996 as well, U.S. Open Men's Tennis. Pete Sampras retained his title, defeating fellow U.S. citizen Michael Chang 6-1, 6-4, 7-6. Moving on up into 1999, American Beauty, directed by Sam Mendes and starring Kevin Spacey, Annette Bening, and Thora Birch, premiered in Los Angeles, later to receive the Best Picture in the year 2000. And jumping up into 2000, specifically 2001, where we did not have a Space Odyssey, we have Kylie Minogue release her single I Just Can't Get You Out of My Head, the biggest of her career. I just can't get you out of my head. Poison. 2001 as well, U.S. Open Women's Tennis. Venus Williams successfully defended title, defeating younger sister Serena Williams 6-2, 6-4. Dang. So, Serena is the younger. Serena's the beast, and Serena's the younger. Dang. 2008, TV news show The Rachel Maddow Show, hosted by Rachel Maddow, and based on her radio show, premiered on MSNBC. Okay. 2008 as well, U.S. Open Men's Tennis. Roger Federer defeated Scotsman Andy Murray 6-2, 7-5, 6-2 for his 5th consecutive U.S. title. Yep. Look at Murray. He doesn't look too happy. He's like, yeah, I won. Murray's like, oh, fuck, I lost. Like, poor Scotsman. Oh, moving on up into 2013, U.S. Open Women's Tennis, Serena Williams successfully defended her title, defeating Victoria Azarenka of Belarus 7-5, 6-7, 6-1. And is it just me, or like, once we start getting into sports stuff, sports becomes prominent and everything else becomes like, pushed to the sideline. Like look at this. 6 people are killed, 8 people are killed, 11 people are killed, 11 people are killed, 6 people are killed. Like, why are none of these highlighted? People dying is a little bit more important than somebody winning a tennis match, Like, yeah, we can't talk about all of this, but I mean, come on, out of 5, then we only talk about tennis? Like, dude, whoever's in charge of onthisday.com better get their shit together right now, because, they're really disappointing me as a history source. So, 2014, Haider al-Abadi became the 75th Prime Minister of Iraq. Well, here we go, something important, I guess, but... 1 year later, 2015, comedian Stephen Colbert debuted as the new host of CBS's The Late Show. Yeah, Stephen Colbert, you cobbler, God, what a shill. I used to like him. Not anymore. 2015, Pope Francis announced moves to streamline the annulment process within the Catholic Church. So, marriage annulments and everything. Isn't divorce, no? Like, isn't that a no-no? Like, Catholic Church is really not standing on anything that you used to stand on, where's, like, even if your beliefs are different than mine, doesn't matter, stand to yours. I got a DM from somebody. This guy. Let's see here. 2016, on factors. I'll explain later. 2016, Billy Corgan announced a new solo album recorded with producer Rick Rubin via a Facebook Live video. Well, that's interesting. Facebook being utilized for announcements, platforms, and everything. Well, like, everything changes. Everything evolves and whatnot. 2018, U.S. Open Women's Tennis, Naomi Osaka was the first Japanese female to win a Grand Slam singles title, defeating Serena Williams in a controversial match, 6-2, 6-4. Controversial, huh? Why was the controversial match? Let's see here. Naomi Osaka. Wrong. Okay, let's see here. There we go. Naomi Osaka. Why? Damn it. Why was the match between Naomi Osaka and Serena Williams? Okay. Williams gave the upper hand in the second set by breaking Osaka's serve, and it could have been a turning point for the entire match. Okay, well, I don't know anything about, and this is the New York Times. Blech. I'm not gonna, bleh, bleh, bleh. So, bleh. New York Times, bleh. So, anyway, you're gonna have to look it up yourself. I'm just not gonna, yeah, bleh. 2019 U.S. Open Men's Tennis, Rafael Nadal defeated Danai Medvedev of Russia 7-5, 6-3, 5-7, 6-4, 6-4 to win his 19th Grand Slam singles title and the 4th U.S. crown. Cool. 2021, just last year, a large statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee was removed from the plinth on Monument Avenue, Richmond, Virginia. Here we go. Burning books, but by another action. Trying to change history, trying to wash things away because it's offensive. Well, good, it should be offensive, because then it's shoved in your face and you learn not to go down that road again. People are just so simple-minded, so pea-brained, they can't wrap their mind around anything of actual consequence. 2021 as well, U.S. Biden administration released blueprint calling for 44% of U.S. electricity to come from the sun by 2050. Currently, we are at 3%. So, within 28 years, he expects to escalate by 41%. Maybe it's doable, I'm not going to say no, but to push everything based off of policy rather than what is, natural advancement. You can't force things. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. And these guys, they're dunking the head in the water, and then they're going to be surprised when the horse drowns. So, anyway, moving on into birds, starting us, actually before that, were there any interesting, things that you found interesting, any articles that sparked your attention more than most, so open up a dialogue, say a comment in the comment section, we will reply, Anyway, moving on into verse 64. Julia Flavia, daughter of Roman Emperor Titus and lover of Domitian, born in Rome, dying in the year of 91. And we have Richard the Lionheart was born on this date in 1157. He was, or Richard I, Richard the Lionhearted, King of England from 1189 until 1199. He was born in Oxford, England, dying in 1199. So, dang. So he only ruled for 10 years. Wow, that's a really short time. For such a prolific, prominent, figure in all of history, he only had a 10-year reign. Wow, that's not long at all. Moving on up into 1830, we have Frederick Mistral, was a French provincial poet, born in Malines, France, dying in 1914. Dang, I wonder if he got killed during the... No. The war wasn't in France by 1914, but... I don't know. You know what? Let's look. How did he die? He just died. Okay, well, whatever. Anyway, 1841, we have Charles J. Gratuit, was a U.S. assassin of President James A. Garfield. He was born in Freeport, Illinois, dying in 1882. Ooh, an assassin. Not good. So, yeah. I knew somebody in high school who claimed to be related to Garfield, but, people are usually full of shit, so, but, yeah. Garfield, one of the, 3 presidents to get assassinated in office or something. We have Lincoln, Garfield, Kennedy. Was there anybody else? I don't know. I'm just going to keep on going because I'm getting really hungry and I got to get this show done and eat. 1897, we have Jimmy Rogers, also known as James Charles, was a American country singer and singing brakeman, born in Meridian, Mississippi, dying in 1933. What's a singing brakeman? Singing brakeman. Well, Jimmy Rogers, okay. The Singing Brakeman is a 1929 short film starring Jimmy Rogers and released by Columbia Victor Jims. Rogers sang 3 of his songs, Waiting for a Train, Daddy and Home, and Blue Yodel, The Singing Brakeman, directed by Jasper Edwin Grady III. So it was a movie. So that's weird. The way it's written sounds like a position, but it's a movie. So, once again, my source, slacking. Moving on up into 1925, we have Peter Sellers, was an English actor and comedian, The Goon Show, Bobo, and Pink Panther. He was born in Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and he died in 1980 twice, apparently. That's weird. God, I really got to email these guys and offer my services to help them because some of these things are just weird. So, it's what? It's obviously they added something in, they edited, and then they just didn't take away the first time they put in the death. So, this is updated, edited information. I don't know what's going on here. Oops. Not mean to click that. Moving on up into 1932, Patsy Cline was born on this date. Her actual name was Virginia Henlessey. She was a U.S. country singer, Crazy, I Fell to Pieces, Walkin' After Midnight, born in Winchester, Virginia, dying in the year 1963. So she was only 31. Dang. Not good. And people looked a lot older back then. She was only 31 and she looked like that. This is what a 50-year-old would look like these days. So, I don't know. I guess everybody's so obsessed with vanity that people are looking younger and younger, longer and longer. Anyway, 1941, Bernie Sanders. Boo! You socialist piece of shit. American politician, Representative Independent Party, Vermont, 1991 through 2007. He was a senator for Independent, Vermont, 2007 and continuing. Born in Brooklyn, New York. Oh, well, that explains things. Born in Brooklyn. My mom was born in Brooklyn, but she wasn't an idiot. So, I don't know. Must have been the hospital. I don't know. Anyway, who else was born on this day? We have Martin Freeman in 1971. He is an English actor, The Hobbit and Sherlock, born in Aldershot, Hampshire. The Hobbit. Who is he in The Hobbit? Actor Martin Freeman. Let me look him up here. Martin Freeman, The Hobbit. Who is he in The Hobbit? Oh, he was a Hobbit. Okay. Oh, he played Bilbo. Okay. Well, that's okay. Now I can see it. We have Pink, or P exclamation point Inc. in 1979. Actual name is Alicia Beth Moore. She is a U.S. singer. Get the party started. Try. Just give me a reason. Born in Abingdon Township, Pennsylvania. I know someone in Pennsylvania. I know two people in I actually know. I'm like learning more and more people in Pennsylvania. We have Alexandre Bailodieu, 1987, is a Canadian freestyle skier. Got the gold in 2010 and got the 2010 and 2014 Winter Olympics. Born in Montreal, Quebec. Two-time Olympic gold medalist. 1989, we have Avicii, aka Tim Bergling, Swedish musician, DJ remixer, and record producer. Levels, Wake Me Up, and Sunshine. Born in Stockholm, Sweden. Oh, he died in 2018. That's not good. You know, as it said, I took a pill in Labizia to prove to Avicii I was cool. But 10 years older, blah, 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 blah. Something, nothing to do. I don't know the lyrics, whatever. I didn't remember that. I remember, I don't know what I'm saying. It sucks, this guy died. He's 2 years younger than me. So, that was, he must have been 29, somewhere in there. You know what, actually, I can click on this. He was 28. So, wow. He was the age I was when my mom died, so that's crazy. Let's see here, moving on into deaths. Starting us off in the year 394, we have Arbogast, French general, committed suicide. Yeesh. That's not good.
Hey.
Hello, Eggman. Welcome to the show. We are currently in the death section right now. Moving on up. What's up, dude?
The Queen is dead.
Wait, what? She died? Really?
Yeah.
What?
She's gone.
You're shitting me.
No, she's dead.
You're trolling me. No, the Queen
I'm not.
Elizabeth II.
You can search this up. She's dead.
Okay, hold on a second. There's no
She's
way.
been announced. No, she dead.
Okay, hold on a second.
Just announced on the BBC.
Okay, we might have some live history here, folks. It's not saying that she's dead, but I'm seeing she's under medical supervision.
Oh no, on the BBC it just literally said she was dead.
Queen Elizabeth,
Because it was
BBC.
like,
Let's see here. You know what? Queen Elizabeth dead. Let's see. Operation London Bridge. Here's what happens after Queen Elizabeth's death. I mean, I've heard about all that stuff. I'm gonna have to take your word for it because this is like live. Wait a minute. No, BBC correspondent falsely claims that Queen died 2 hours ago.
what? No, this is just happening right now, one sec. Because this is something that happened like just a second ago. Unless this is just some huge prank by the BBC.
Yeah, it says here, I tweeted that there had been an announcement that the death of the Queen. This was incorrect. There had been no announcement, and so I have deleted the tweets. I apologize.
No, there's this going on. The Queen's health, and it stated that she's gone. And this is the Sky News.
Sky News? Isn't that Australia?
Yeah, but we get it in England, because like the BBC isn't saying much, but it basically is a live stream saying that she's fallen.
Well, you heard it here, folks. You heard it here first, folks. The Queen of England, Elizabeth II, might be dead as we speak. Only time will tell.
Shocker.
What?
First we get Margaret Thatcher II. Now we have this.
Well, I was gonna say, I personally I would have rather her go first than Betty White, but we don't live in a perfect world. But
Nope.
But yeah. So that's a hell of a wrench in there, dude. Thank you for that update.
That was surprising. I was scrolling online and I just saw like a bunch of people posting about her health. Go downstairs, the telly's on, just talking about BBC, and she's now gone. My God, this is mind-boggling.
If you can, because I'm still doing a live show right now, but if you can, start posting, research a little bit, look into some links. Oh, I see you DM me here. Okay, here we go. All right, well, I'll watch it after the show. Let me finish up the show here, if you don't mind, and then we'll talk in the Commander VC, okay? You're of course welcome to stay here if you wish. You're welcome to join in if you wish. It's all up to you. But I'm going to continue on.
I best be off. I've got to get ready to go somewhere soon.
All right, you have a good day. I'll talk to you later.
You too.
1784. Man, what a thing to just happen. Wow. 1784, we have Ann Lee, an American founder of the Shakers, died at the age of 48. That's really, that's really fitting that he popped in during death. I'm wondering if he's trolling me, but he actually has a Sky News thing here in my DMs right now, and as you saw, there's some things going on, so something's happening. Something's going on right now. Anyway, 1935, Edward L. Doheny, a American oil tycoon, died of natural causes at the age of 79. 1949, Richard Strauss, German composer, also Sprauch Zarathustra, and Don Quixote, died at the age of 85. 1980, we lost Willard Libby, was a U.S. chemist who developed radiocarbon dating, Nobel Prize of 1960. Who cares about Nobel Prize? I don't know why I read that. He died of pneumonia at the age of 71. So this guy developed radiocarbon dating. That's really cool. And everybody knows more or less what radiocarbon dating may be. But let's see here. What is radiocarbon dating? Radiocarbon dating is a method that provides objective age estimates for carbon-based materials that originated from living organisms. An age could be estimated by measuring the amount of carbon-14 present in the sample and comparing this against an eternally used reference standard. For further information on radiocarbon dating, please look no further than the underbar of the description for a link to this and many other links. Some you might find interesting, some you might find not. But you know what? This is here for everybody to enjoy. So, moving on up into 2003, we lost Leni Riefenstahl, or Helen Berthia Amalie, was a German film director, Triumph of the Wind, and an actress in Typhon, died in her sleep at the age of 101. Man, that's a great way to go. You know? All warm and comfy in your bed, just, you know, next phase of life. And that concludes the show. Once again, you can check the underbar, the description for any links you may find interesting, including, but not limited to, you know, everything Omni Coalition, Soen's Twitch. We might bring Muffin's YouTube back in there if he gets things sorted out and whatnot. Who knows? Maybe even Scott, you know? Maybe even bring him in on the link action there. Anyway, for your dose of Past Events Daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time. For all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander, and you are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles! Let's go, Brandon.